Delighted to welcome Mayo manager James Horan to us here this evening. James, thanks for popping down to us. Did you enjoy that game?
Yeah, it was good to see. Some really good scores in it in normal time, and the Neil just looked that little bit stronger, and that with some good attacking talent there, and they came through in the end. So good on them, and it's good to see them come through.
Your native club will be up next. I'm sure it'll start fairly soon against Ballina. How do you see this one going?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Ballina this year. I think they're a really exciting team. They've some tough guys like Pádraig O'Hara, and then they've some real movement with Kieran Tracy and Mike Murray, and Irwin in the middle of the field has been very, very strong for them, and up front with McStay as well. They have some exciting talent there, so I think they're an exciting young team that are coming through, and I think today to be successful they need to try and really punch holes consistently in Ballintober. Ballintober, if they get the ball, are so experienced and so knowledgeable, will control the game, try and suck the life out of it, whereas Ballina need to just keep attacking and trying to do whatever they can all the time. So I think it's going to be a fascinating game, and really looking forward to it.
I'm sure for yourselves 2020 isn't too far away now, because the draw of course for the Connacht Championship is Tuesday morning, so you'll be very much focused on that, and obviously before that an FBD League, National League to look forward to. How are things following the 2019 season?
Very good. I suppose at this time of the year, we're looking at changing up a few things. Obviously, looking at some new players. Nights like tonight is very good for that, and we have a couple of challenges coming up very shortly as well. So all that will take its own course. But there's a lot of players from last year with I suppose the games we had last year that need some recovery, that need time, that need some medical attention. So our med guys they're working hard this time of the year, just trying to make sure guys are right and are ready for the 2020 season. So there's lots of bits and pieces going on, and there's changes here, there and everywhere. So trying to add and trying to get better at what we do, and take the learnings from last year, and look, really look forward to 2020. So as you say, it's the fixtures are very clear in the National League. So that's all put into the diary. So it's getting ready for that.
What did you make of that All-Ireland final, obviously going to a replay? Kerry maybe surprised some people with how they put it up to Dublin, but ultimately the Dubs doing the 5 in a row.
Yeah, Kerry in the first game I thought were very good. I thought the bounce of the ball went their way, obviously with the sending offs and all that kind of thing, and I thought the ref, a couple of decisions went with them and all that kind of stuff, and they played very well then to boot. So when you put all that into the mix, they should have won that game, and went a point up, and had possession, but started to try and mine that lead, as opposed to being maybe a bit more positive with it, and got the turnover, and Dean Rock obviously scored it. I thought the second day, I thought Dublin did control it, and we saw just how good they are and how polished they are when the pressure's on, and came through, and 5 in a row is a super performance. But look, that Dublin team and that Kerry team, us as well, there'll be changes. There's always changes, and every year is different players, different things, and Dublin will have, I would say, quite a few retirements. So the 2020 season is exciting to look forward to. Yeah,
and I mean, looking at the flip side of things, lots of exciting new Mayo players coming through last season. You must be happy with that aspect of it.
Yeah, I think there's always brilliant players in Mayo. It's I suppose the challenge is for us as a coaching team to try and get the best out of them, and mash them together into a really formidable team. So I'm always excited about that. I think there's great talent out there. We see Tommy Conroy out here tonight. There's a couple more on those two teams that we'll certainly look at, and we've Ryan O'Donoghue in, we've Gary Boylan in, we've Paul Towie, looking at him from Charlestown, and many others that are really showing very, very well. So there's always for me 6 or 7 guys that could easily push in and push 6 or 7 guys out of a panel every year. So that's where we're strong in Mayo. So as I said, the challenge is for us and James Burke and the coaching staff is to make sure that we bring the best out of them and make them be as good as they can be, because they're keen and they're willing to learn. So that's what we're doing as a coaching team, just trying to figure out ways to make sure that they can play like they can.
And you mentioned retirements there. Obviously Andy confirmed he was stepping away from the inter-county scene. A great servant of football, and I'm sure that was a difficult conversation to have had with you.
Yeah, look, and Andy's retired, and great, a super player, first and foremost, and good and retired. But I feel a bit sorry for some of the other guys that retired. Like Jerk Calf for me for 10 years has been an unsung hero and really deserves recognition for the effort and commitment that he put in. David Drake also, and to be mentioned, so Keelan Crowe won't be with us next year. So some of those guys were brilliant guys and brilliant characters around the place, and anyone over the last few years that has played for Mayo, the effort and commitment they've put in, they absolutely deserve the recognition, and we wish them well in their retirement.
Well, James, thank you so much for joining us. Best of luck with the rest of the preparations for 2020.